Hey guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. So I got a few accessories that I'm going to put on my Interceptor 650 today. The first thing I got was the touring mirrors. These are fully adjustable. The next thing I got these black intake covers. And the last thing I got was the sump guard. I'll go ahead and start with the mirrors. So if you pull up this rubber boot on the stock mirrors, you got to pull kind of hard. You can use a size 14 wrench and just loosen up the retaining nut. Then you can spin the mirror out the rest of the way. The new mirrors aren't marked left or right, but the left mirror will only go in the threads on the left-hand side of the handlebars, and the right mirror will only fit in the right-hand side. Get this retaining nut up as high as you can if you want the mirror to be as low as possible. Once you get it in position, go ahead and tighten up the retaining nut. Now you just take an Allen wrench and you can adjust the mirror from the back. Now I'm going to put the black intake covers on. To get the old intake covers off, you just use an Allen wrench and take these two screws out. The new intake covers don't come with new screws, so just use the screws that you took out. So to mount the sump guard, there's a little bit of work involved. The kit comes with these brackets and they mount to the frame, and then the sump guard mounts to these brackets. The thing is, where the holes are on the frame to mount these brackets is located right behind the exhaust pipe, and there's no way to get a wrench in there, so you've got to drop the pipes. So the first thing you want to do is remove the bolts from the manifold. There's one on top and there's one on the bottom. You can use a 12mm socket to get these off. Next, you can take the bolt out of the center hanger on the exhaust, and it's a 12mm. So before you take the bolt out of the rear hanger on the exhaust, you need to support the pipes somehow. So I've taken this rope and wrapped it around the front of the pipes, and I just took it around the handlebars. That way it doesn't drop and end up breaking the wires on the O2 sensor. So now we can go ahead and take this bolt out of the rear hanger on the exhaust. There's a nut on the back side. It's a size 12. Before you end up getting the bolt all the way out, make sure you're supporting the rear of the exhaust system. That way it doesn't fall and hit the ground. So I'm holding up the back of the exhaust. We'll go ahead and remove the bolt. And while I'm supporting the front, we'll bring it out. So now I got the exhaust system off, and I've got a towel under this end, and the rope is keeping it supported in the front. Now we can go ahead and loosen up these two screws right here on the frame. There's a bracket on the back that's going to come off, and we'll replace it with the bracket that came with the kit. So to loosen these up, you can use a size 8 hex tip socket. And once you get the screws out, this bracket comes off. We're going to replace it with this bracket in this orientation right here. So I've put the exhaust back on this side of the bike, and now we can start on the other side. Once you get the exhaust off the right side of the bike, there's only one mounting screw for the bracket. So now we're going to take this bracket and mount it up against the frame just like this. Don't tighten this bracket up all the way just yet. Leave it a little bit loose for now. Now we need to go ahead and take out the lower motor mounts on both sides of the bike. I've already loosened this one up. So there's another bracket that comes with the kit, and it goes between the motor mounts just like this. The bracket's designed to where it stays in the right position, so you can go ahead and tighten it up. So now we can go ahead and finally mount the sump guard. The kit comes with 4 screws and 2 washers. Go ahead and use the washers on the back 2 holes of the sump guard. So I'm going to start with the front 2 screws. You just use an Allen wrench to tighten them up. Don't forget to use the washers for the back 2 holes. Once you get the screws on the sump guard tightened up, now you can go ahead and tighten up the screw on the frame. Well, that's all I've got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead, click subscribe, and stay up to date with my latest videos. Well, thanks again, and have a wonderful day.